Hey guys, it's Charlotte here with Dragonfly Soul Healing. So I wanted to come on and do a new moon reading for you guys to just kind of like see what's going on with the energy, where we need to kind of like focus our energies and our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, whatever wants to come to the surface. I shuffled a few decks, and on the bottom of the two tarot decks that I shuffled, we have the Seven of Wands coming up for both of them. And I find it really interesting, even under that, the Four Pentacles. It's like holding on so tightly to this mental conflict. The Seven of Wands is this like, you see him and it looks like he's fighting off energies, but these are all his thoughts that he's kind of trapped in, getting trapped in these emotions. And so it's like this holding on so tightly, but we have the transmutation card here as well. And so they're really asking you at this moon to let go of these all these thoughts that you're fighting in your head. Like, what really needs to be released at this time? Because you're fighting with yourself. It's not even with other people. You're literally fighting your own thoughts, and it's creating chaos around you. We have the Sun card come out. What's this other one with the Wheel of Fortune? So it's like things are trying to turn in your favor. Like the Wheel of Fortune, it's a karmic balance card. So whatever decisions you decide to make at this time is the way that the karmic wheel balances. And so if you really focus on the beautiful things that are happening in life and stop fighting in your head so much about all the things that should be happening, could be happening, all that, you can actually start seeing the beauty, because the Sun card is the happiest card in the deck. It's one of those cards of like the sun is being shone on you, showing you all the light and all the beauty that surrounds you at this time. And so it's like, let go of these like really intense, aggressive thought patterns where you feel like you need to fight everything. It's not about a fight. And we need to let go of that fight, because it's not working. And you see that, especially with this mental conflict of, I need to get this done or taken care of, or I need to put my input out. I haven't seen as much lately, but we were going through a real phase of everybody making fun of people on social media. It didn't matter if it was a rental house that came up for rent. People were like, shame on you for renting it that much, or like, who are you to post this? Like all these comments, right? And that kind of makes me think about this really aggressive energy where it's like we feel like we need to just communicate because we're frustrated. But it's like, what if you just shut up for a minute? Stop the thoughts, stop the emotions, pull back for a second to really observe your situations, because everybody's so in their head and there's so much going on around us that it's easy to get trapped in these mental conflicts. But what are you doing for yourself? Are you serving yourself any justice? No, it's just creating deceit, right? It's creating this like trickery in your mind where you think that you're doing something. You know, he walks away with these swords that he's just stolen, and he's got that little smirk on his face like he's won. And that makes me think about these social media posts and comments where you're like putting out this energy going, I just showed that person. But did you really? Or are you just creating controversy and a mess? Or when we see these people commenting on these things, are you also trying to one-up them? Or are you standing in this Empress energy where you're just like, I'm going to rise above this. I'm going to see the truth in the situation and realize that, and the Emperor's right underneath it. Very interesting. It's like standing in your power, right? Like this is the power couple of all power couples in the tarot deck. And so if you want to bring in that beautiful union of that masculine, feminine energy, really working together with both masculine and feminine energies, we have to get away from this conflict, all this deceit, all this like trickery, trying to manipulate your situations and one up people. We can't live like that anymore. It's not working. It's the whole problem with our world right now, right? Is everybody's trying to one up everybody. Okay, so what else do we need to see? I'm just going to make this a short one today. Maybe. The renewal card comes in. And I think that's what's going on here is we need to renew our thoughts and kind of pull us out. It's interesting. We have 3 7s showing up here too. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but we literally have the 7 of Wands showing up twice and the 7 of Swords. And all 3 cards are not the happiest cards in the deck. And so we even have the 7 showing up with that masculine feminine. The 4 and the 3 together is the 7. So we have 7 showing up all over the place today, and it's about really allowing this transition to take place. And who are you being? Are you being these 7s? All this like trickery, all this like awful thoughts, or are you actually standing in your divine masculine and feminine energy, allowing this like karmic wheel to come forward and shine the light on your situation and allowing yourself to transmute and renew everything that's coming forward? The bottom of the deck says major life change. And so there's a big shift that wants to happen right now, but we have to let go of that jealousy. And it's interesting because the soulmate card is underneath that even. So like I was talking, we have this beautiful divine couple. And so this could even relate to love situations where if we're too stuck in our head and allowing these people that are creating this deception and where we're in this mental conflict about a person, are we really a divine union? Or are we actually making something out of something that's not real? Because the soulmate card is here with this Empress and Emperor. And so there is a really beautiful situation that wants to come forward to allow this divine union to come and take place. But we have to allow this change in life to come forward, right? It's all about this life change, stepping forward and letting go of that jealous energy, that really envious, wishing that you had what other people have. You can have it too. And it's something that, we're all going through right now. Even if it's not about love, it could be about career or friendships or your living situation. It's like we have to let go of these jealous thoughts that are creating this like controversy in our head, where we're like constantly fighting our thoughts of like, if only I was like this person, or if only I could manifest this way, or bring in the love of my life like so and so does. We have to let that go because we're being shown, like literally there's some kind of major life change that brings in the soulmate, which is that divine partner. And so whether this is about you finding yourself or you finding your person, we have to kind of allow ourselves to step out of this situation. The full moon that's coming up in November here is the start of our eclipse season for one. So we have the eclipses forcing those changes coming forth and bringing all those things to the surface that aren't serving our highest good, which is all this chaotic shit that started at the beginning, so that we can find this beautiful energy, right? Like this is an energy that we all are striving for. And so what are you doing with this energy? Because come the full moon, if you haven't done your work, it's going to be rough. It's going to be a rough go at the full moon. And then I'm going to have a lot of you book in some full moon sessions to try and get some clarity. And so what if you could get the clarity and work on yourself right now and all your stuff so that you're not having to do a panic session at the full moon going, holy fuck, Charlotte, please help me, right? Let's fix it now while we're being shown instead of waiting for the chaos to happen, okay? So I'm going to leave you guys there, and I will chat with you again soon. Take care.